I know she do what I like, she could be mine for the night. I do not care what your man on, I'd rather get you by the ass on a flight. Rather take you to the places you like, I'd rather hit you in positions you like. I'd rather give you the control, cause I know you can't be controlled. I don't really care about checking your phone, cause just like I told you, I'm only around for the night. Just like I told you before, I don't care what your man on, cause I know what you like. I wanna put that little arch in your back when I hit from the back and I can't do attack and I slide through. Baby, just let me remind you what I do. Dig your nails right in my back, right when I get inside you. We can keep it quiet, just make sure you never tell us. Play nice out the city, cause you know that they could tell. And I never care about the next man. I had to think about leveling up. Had to let go, man, I gotta forgive.
RealBoy Radio, Reagan the Realist, Fort Myers, Florida. Yo, we in this motherfucker. Live again, baby. And I got a special guest with me today.
Yes, sir.
Get the fucking horns out. Gotta redo that horns, but you know, my boy Enoc. What's going on, big dog?
What's going on, man?
Yo, I'm hyped you're here, bro.
Thank you.
We've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now. You reached out to me on Instagram. We fucking vibed instantly. And now you're fucking here in the flesh, dude.
Yes, sir.
This is fucking tight. I'm gonna do the horns
That's how it
again, bro.
There you go.
Gotta do
Now I'm
it.
so paranoid, I gotta ride with somebody, cause I know they take my life. I gotta play for like all of my enemies, so I just pray that I get them tonight. If it's on site, then it's on site. He said he saw him right there at the light.
It's a set for the horns every time.
That's a set. Okay. You know what I mean? I got to redo it, though, because it's a little, it needs to be sharper and cleaner, but that's okay. It's a start. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So the name Enoc, right? I noticed you dropped the H. Was that for searching purposes?
No, my parents just never, when they named me, it was,
So your name is Enoc for real. That's your real name.
yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking tight, dude.
Yeah, bro.
I thought that was just your rap name that you took from the book of Enoch.
Oh, nah.
Damn,
Nah,
Leon.
I just stuck with it. That's my name.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
awesome, bro.
Yeah, I could have picked anything else, I guess, but
No, I think that's perfect.
Yeah,
I didn't know
like-
that was your actual real name, dude. That's
yeah,
fucking
there's not
awesome,
a lot of
bro.
rappers with that name, so.
No, I mean, it's awesome, dude. The only thing is like, there's like the book of Enoch, but you know,
Exactly.
but I mean, you know, it's whatever. That's not as cool as your music. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Are you into that stuff though? Like, do you know anything about that? Like,
Yeah, like when I was like 18, I probably looked into that more. But growing up, I was in church, but I didn't know too much of the book of Enoch or the story of Enoch.
Right.
I won't even lie. But
well, what's crazy is like, I've been talking to this guy about like ancient civilizations and stuff. And then like, I ended up looking a lot about the book of Enoch. And, then,
yeah.
and then I get a DM from a dude named Enoch. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, what's going on? Like, you know, we got to be
That's
living in
funny.
a simulation.
yes, sir.
Yeah, but that's what's up, man. So music, I know you grew up in the church. I know your dad played bass. Was that the defining moment that really got you to start making music? Like what really like tipped your interest and made you go, yo, this is my thing?
I wouldn't say that because I make like hip hop music. That's not like, but it was more so like just doing it with people,
Right.
Like seriously every day. Like I feel like I would say in 2017, it was at this guy D's crib, and that's where we first, all of us, all the homies at the time, were recording and stuff, and just every day doing it. I never dropped anything in that time, but it was just a matter of always practicing, always doing it, and getting in that habit of recording and writing.
So it was like a friend thing that started off, and then it became like this thing that you started doing like on your own and taking it more seriously?
Yeah, because I did it younger. When I was younger, living in Boston. But other than that, it wasn't nothing serious.
So you're
It was
from
just for
Boston?
fun. Outside of it, but not in Boston.
Another friend from Massachusetts has entered my life. 4 of my closest friends ever are all from Massachusetts, all diehard Boston sports fans.
Oh, for real?
I can't fucking get rid of you guys, man. Y'all
And the
come out of
Celtics are on the
nowhere.
way to the
Everything.
finals,
yeah, the
yeah,
finals
so-
too and everything. Shout out to fucking Celtics, man. No, that's crazy,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, man. So when did you move to Florida? Were you young when you moved to Florida?
Yeah, in middle school.
Okay.
That was like right when I met my boy here too. Like a lot of people, like, because I already had family here, so it was easy for me to meet people.
Right,
Them.
right.
I didn't just move here and like didn't know nobody.
It's
That
nice
would've
you
been
had
tough,
that
you
little
know?
pocket to come to.
Exactly.
That's nice, dude. Yeah, that's nice.
But
for sure.
yeah, so it was a mix of both worlds. I spent more time here in Florida than Mass, but I grew up a majority of my life there too. So
So you're an official Floridian now. You've been here,
For
what,
sure.
10 plus years at
Exactly,
least? Yeah,
yeah.
you're a Floridian.
yeah,
bro. That's what's
that's
up.
a fact. Yeah,
That's cool, man. That's
yeah,
what's up.
I love Florida.
So I'm a big fan of your music, and a big part of this podcast, too, is giving artists that I like their flowers. You're incredibly talented.
Thank you.
Your music is super good. I remember when you first hit me up, and I was like, I got to listen to this dude's stuff. I was at work. I was listening to music when I shouldn't have been, but I heard it. And you can even ask him, because I was like, yo, you got to hear this dude. He sounds incredible. His music is like, what? I wasn't expecting it to be that good, because, you know, I hear a lot of like local artist music a lot, you know? But when I first heard it, I was like, yo, this dude has such a melodic flow. His voice is really, really like, I can listen to it over and over again, and I don't feel like I get sick of it. Like,
appreciate that.
yeah, the beat selection was good. The production quality was really good. My favorite project that I found of yours so far was Scary Obsession. I love that fucking project, bro.
Thank you.
What was, because I'm gonna be honest, when I listen to it, I'm like, I'm never gonna leave this man around my girl ever.
Oh my
I was like, dude, this man is on fucking demon time, bro.
Nah, man. We chill.
What was going on in your life when you were making that record, bro? Like, what inspired that piece?
Just like, I don't know, like a club record or like a nice night anthem. I wasn't really living like that. It was just more so the energy, like trying to make a record that bounced and some people could play. They're having a drink and you know, get them in that mode.
Bro, I played, dude, your YouTube views spike. That's all me, dog. On God, bro. I listened to that probably like 40 times in a row that day. I'm like, I don't know what it is about this song. It just slides.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, but that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Is that like, how many projects have you dropped? Because I know that's some of your older music, but like as a fan, like I didn't want to just be like, take the top stuff, the most recent shit. Like I wanted to talk about the shit that like I really like. But what's some of the new stuff that you got coming out? I saw that you have Karma. The music video is awesome. Where did you shoot it? Run me through that whole thing.
Well, that was in between Miami and Fort Myers.
Okay.
So some of it was shot in Wynwood, and then some of it was shot downtown.
Dude, that warehouse.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah, it was like a band, and the cameraman was the one that knew about it. He was
good find on his part,
bro.
He
put it on, so we just did that, and it ended up coming out really cool. It was a fun project.
Yeah, it looked like it was fun, bro. That's awesome, man.
It was like my third time shooting a video. The other two were like older ones I never kept up online.
Right.
Just because of like how I wanted to.
Are you somebody that are you a perfectionist when it comes to your artwork?
I feel like I was at a point, and I'm still at a point because I'm not like this guy, but I want to make sure, you know, I'm putting it out the way that I want it to be years from now. And there's certain things that you can let go, certain things that you can, that's just branding, business type stuff.
Absolutely.
That's how people remember you, you know, when they find you.
And the internet is forever. So it's like, if you want to put something out, you know, you want to be proud of it and want it to be something that's up to your expectations. I'm the same way with my stuff too, bro. I'm super perfectionist, over prepare. That's just what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's cool that you're the same way, man.
Yeah, bro.
That's cool, bro. So like getting into music, like who were some of the people you listened to where you were like, I want to sound like this guy? Or like, you know, I really can hear, you know what I mean? Like this is where I really get a lot of like I know you definitely give me a Drake vibe. I definitely get, you know what I mean? You make music for dudes that get chicks. I already hear it, bro. You know? But like, who were some of your other influences that like really made an impact on like how you make your sound?
I mean, of course, Drake. He's one of the greatest. I mean,
He's
Kanye,
the greatest.
Like,
he is.
And not even people that I even make music like Jay-Z, like Nas, then Lil Baby. It's like it can go new generation, old generation. I just take something from everyone because everyone has something to offer, and that's how you learn. That's how you come in the game, knowing what people did before you, do your own thing, make your own twist. But you got to get inspired by somewhere. Like right now is really Lil Baby, Drake, J. Cole still, Kendrick still.
Fucking J. Cole's on fire.
Yeah, like those guys, you know, those are the ones that set a blueprint. And it's up to you to either be inspired by it, hate on it, whatever you do. But
I feel like I can never, like when people tell me like, oh, who's your favorite rapper right now? Like I can never tell them because it changes daily, bro.
It's impossible.
It changes it. Like some days I'm like, yo, Kodak Black is my guy.
Yeah.
And then the next day I'm like, yo, J. Cole's the greatest.
Yeah.
Like I'm just so up and down, and like I just listen to so many different. I have a different favorite every day. So I'm the same way. I feel you on that.
Yeah,
but I mean, you're right though. Like we all get inspiration from something, you know what I mean? Like Leon's a big dancehall artist. He gets a lot of inspiration from Jamaica, Vibes Cartel, you know what I mean?
That's fine.
I get a lot of my inspiration from like $1 Million worth of game, Gillian Wallow. Like
I get it somewhere.
Yeah, man. And I love the way they do their interviews because I feel like they can tap into some of these artists' heads that, you know, interviews sometimes are so structured and they're so formal that it feels weird.
Yeah.
And I feel like Gillian Wallow are like, it's like hanging out with your boys.
Yeah, just
and
comfortable.
and they just bring out like a part of you that like you probably would be a little bit more
hesitant.
hesitant to show. And I always admired that about those guys a lot. You know what I mean? So I get a lot of my
energy.
Yeah, that's really all that it is, man. You know, just try to be around people with good energy, dude. And I think, you know, great things happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool, bro.
Exactly.
So what you got working on like currently? You got any big projects coming up, or are you just taking? I know you hit me up the other day. You said you had a writing session.
Yes.
How often do you write? And that's interesting that you say that because for me, like, and most of the guys that I work with, their inspiration doesn't really come when they want it to. It's really one of those things that reveals itself when it feels like it. Do you have the ability to really dial in and be like, I'm going to write a song today, no matter fucking how I feel?
Yeah, just isolate yourself from whatever, you know? Stay alone, get creative, think about shit that you want to make the song about, you know?
Do you have like a process on how you do that? Like, do you just need to be by yourself? Do you pace around a room and listen to the same beat 1,000 times? Yeah, everybody's got their way of doing it, I guess.
Yeah, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
But either that or I can do it with people around me. It'll just be like, it's just what the energy is like. If I'm alone most of the time, I'm tapping into like shit that I wouldn't rap about around people.
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah.
So like Tell On Us will be a record I made with the guy in the room, like where energy's right, like we're thinking, like, you know? But when you're alone, you're making songs that are more like, especially the songs I got coming out, it's more of like, I would say same sound that you've heard from me, just a little more mature, because that's what I want to give off. I want to cultivate to that too. Right. You know, because like at the end of the day, you know, I want to show all the perspectives and all the things that I could have going on in my head rather than just, oh, I steal your chick. Or music,
You're multidimensional. I know. Yeah,
and I don't even, and I'm not even really the guy that's gonna give you that energy. I'm more like, yo, I want to see everybody win. So
yeah. And
that's what I want to rap
with
about.
That. Yeah, I rock with that actually. That's interesting that you say that. So like sometimes you'll write a completely different song when you're by yourself, as opposed to being in front of people.
Just with the energies in the room, you know.
Because like when I freestyle by myself, I'm fucking rap god. I'm rap god. Everything is perfect. But then I go to rap in front of my friends, and I'm like, I'm trash.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It really all is. Yeah, that's true. When I'm by myself, I feel like I can be a little bit more like, I can kind of like just be like creatively free as I want. You know what I'm saying?
You can just play the beats, play the same one over and over. It's just like, I don't know. It's a different process. So writing sessions are fun for me because a lot of people I know, they don't like to write. They like to freestyle it. Yeah. But the reason I can do both, but I like writing is because like, that's just going to stay out forever. Right. And let it make sense. Let it be something that you actually really like creatively worked on. Even like the greatest rappers now that they write. Lil Baby said he won't drop anymore unless he writes. Like, right. Because I feel like it's more impactful, and I feel like it helps you retain what you're saying. Because if you say, you know, I'm off the head all the time, sometimes you forget. Yeah. You know? And like who was the first rapper to make not writing music cool? It was Wayne, right? Didn't like Lil Wayne, he's like, I don't write anything down, man. Just, you know, go off the top. He's the exception, I guess, because he's fucking, that's Lil Wayne. Like. I feel like you have your exceptions to everything, but I feel like Wayne was the one artist that really made like not writing anything down like cool, and that kind of became like the blueprint on how people write and stuff. Yeah, because I remember Drake, he was all about the BlackBerry. Yeah, remember how he used to write on the BlackBerry? The freestyles on the phone. Yeah, dude. Yeah, everybody's got their writing process. That's interesting. Me, when I'm writing raps, is car rides. Yeah. Because I used to drive to the other coast a lot. So I would just have 2.5 hours of like, I'm just going to rap my whole way into town, you know? And then that's just where it comes from. A lot of, you know, because like you said, you isolate yourself. You're not really thinking about anything except driving. And it's just like, yeah, creative juices flow, you know? But then I book a studio session and I'm like, cat, bat, hat. Yeah, that's why you got to show up prepared, because that's your money. You paying the engineer in the studio. If you showing up there just to mess around, you're wasting time. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, that makes sense. That adds up. You better take it serious. Even if you don't drop it, you go in there, take it serious. Now, do you have your own studio at your house, or do you go to a studio where do you record? I got like a personal setup. Like, I'll work on the music there, but I always go to the studio to finish it. Right. Just because I care about how the quality will come out. And sometimes you got to go find the resources to make that happen. You know, you don't got to do it all yourself. So I got like a couple guys like here in town. I dropped a song. I've worked on a couple songs with like Marlavachi. He's an engineer out here. Okay. And then outside of town, I go to Miami a lot. I work with Adrian. Okay. He goes wild. But yeah, so you just got to find the guys that you're comfortable putting your sound with and making it happen. Now, how did you meet those guys? Did you know them through like other artists, mutual friends, or did you reach out like via the internet? Like, how did that come into fruition? Even from here, like Marlavachi, the one I named, I just know him from like high school. I know his brother. Okay. And so the relationship always stayed like, when I see you, it's all love. So it was just a matter of time. He was always on the music stuff, always. So like, it was easy for me to reach out to him, work with him. And then Adrian, I just booked a session with a studio, and he was the engineer that, that they linked me with. And then after that, we just kind of locked in. He ended up not working at that studio anymore, and we just stayed locked in together. And that was my guy. That's tight. I'm going to see him next week. We got some shit to work on. So you guys just had like a chemistry, and it's just like, why ruin that? Like, yeah, he's a busy man, so when I can catch him, that's dope. You know what I mean? Now, where do you get your beats from? Like, how do you pick your beat selection? Like, do people send you packs and you just kind of pick out the ones that you like? Is that really how it goes? Yeah, especially the songs I got coming out. It's this guy, By Any Means is his name. He goes by. He's from here. He's local. He's hard. Okay. Majority of the music people are about to hear from here. That's tight, dude. He's from him, and that's how I want to keep it. And what did you say his name was? By Any Means. Oh, that's hard. Yeah. That's a hard-ass name, bro. Yeah, he's tight. He's doing his thing. Yeah. And where's he based out of? He's in Fort Myers? Yeah, Fort Myers, Cape area. I'm not entirely sure where he stays at, but yeah, in the area for sure. Interesting. I know I have a buddy, his name is Midnight Hippie. He was actually one of the first RealBoy episodes. He's a little mix and mastering engineer
He's at a G Production Studio over in Cape Coral, right over the bridge. Yeah, sometimes I go down there and I do little studio sessions. Nothing really too serious. Sometimes I just like to go down there and have my friends who do like to rap, just give them a place to where they can.
I didn't even know about that. That's dope.
Yeah, so I mean, if you ever need a studio in Cape Coral, bro, I definitely know one you guys can go to, man.
For sure.
So that's cool, man. So you said you only shot one music video. Like, do you have any,
I have out? Yeah.
That you have out. Do you have plans to shoot more this year? Obviously.
Yeah, because like my system last year was singles and audio because I wanted to put out stuff on catalog. I wanted to have, when you searched it on Apple Music and Spotify, like you can find multiple songs. I didn't, that's what my focus was. But now it's more so getting my face out there, getting that out there, because I can kind of isolate myself. So I got to force myself to put myself in that position. So now I just want to focus on straight videos and, just give people that side too, because I'm going to be dropping the music with it. So it's time, got to have the whole packager.
Interesting. Now, is there like a specific way you release music, or is it like, because I know certain artists, they'll record like a shitload of songs. They'll record like 200 songs and then they'll just record, or they'll drop them at different times.
Yeah.
Like, do you kind of do this like a similar style, or is it just kind of like you record it, you like it, and then I'm gonna put it out right now? Or
I'll hold and drop. Like sometimes I'll have some that I'll record and I'll want to drop it right away, or I'll hold.
Right.
I like to do like singles and drop an EP, singles, drop an EP.
Is that hard to make a song and you're like, yo, I want to drop this right now, but I feel like if I wait, it'll be better. It'll be a better release.
It'll come out better later. Yeah. And that it usually trust your gut feeling.
Yeah.
Because if you rush it, just rush the drop, rush the release, rush
I have that problem
the whole
sometimes.
Outcome, rush even voicing before you do something, like you can ruin a lot. So
I have that issue sometimes. Sometimes I'm just so excited to show the world my genius idea that I don't really see it all the way through.
And you can spoil it for it even, turns into something,
Right. Yeah. That's so true. That's so fucking true, dude.
Sit, you know what I mean? Because you could record something and a month later, I won't even like it. Or I might like it 2 months later. Yeah. More than I didn't like it. It's just weird.
Usually when I record, I'll rap the song so many times that by the end of it, I like can't stand it. And this is the worst song ever. And then like I'll revisit it like 2 months later and I'm like, this shit's a fucking hit, like this, I don't know. I guess it's different for everybody. Yeah, but that's cool, man. So music wasn't your first love, right? You went to barber school. You were a barber for a little bit. Was that like a passion of you, or was that just kind of like your family trade and you just kind of picked up?
I would say that. I'll be dead honest. Like it's not like I can do it, and I still have like I'll cut, do like stuff like that. But it's more so like a play I made. Now I'm always got that as like a skill. I got that as a trade. So
you bust rhymes while you get fades.
But music was always like the idea, regardless into any capacity. Like even past artistry, like I want to be able to help. I want to be a resource, So
right.
I want to be able to help other artists, like younger artists too.
Especially. I like that. Yeah, I like that, man. I think that's a responsibility when you make it to a certain level to reach down and help somebody get up there too.
Yeah.
I think that's
even offer anything you can, because I'm not better than nobody else, but if I can do anything to help you, if I can do anything to make your vision come alive, like that's enough for me to keep going. That's part of it for me. Like
that's lit, bro.
Doing something you love.
Now you're an independent artist, right? You're not. You're not. You're gonna stay independent forever, or would you ever sign? Like,
But as an artist, you got to realize what you got to put in to get that opportunity. So there's a lot of work you got to do, and if you really want that, you got to put the work in for that.
Right.
So it's not just something that's gonna come to you.
I hear that battle all the time, like within the rap community, about like going independent or like signing to a label, and I think a lot of people don't really realize like how much goes into being an independent artist.
Yeah. It's out of your pocket.
Everything's out of your pocket. Your studio time, your video budget, everything. Like,
and if you got a business plan with it, because as an artist, as a podcaster, as anything, you're a business. So if you know how to get that deal and that contract, and you know what to do with it, and you don't spend that money recklessly, you make moves, like you can make that situation better than what the label thinks they're doing you.
Right.
Young Doug is an example of that. A lot of artists took shitty deals and made it bigger than what the label thought they were gonna do.
Yeah, and that happens a lot too. And sometimes artists they'll sign like 1,500 artists, and then one artist will pop and it'll cover all the rest of those artists.
It's crazy.
It's really crazy how the music industry is so cutthroat.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Dog world, man. For
it really is. Now, you have a team. Do you have like a team, like a close knit group of guys around you that help you make these decisions and like kind of like give you good advice and input on like what your next move is to make? Like I'm sure you have a collective of guys that kind of help you make decisions, right?
Yeah, as far as like the music process is me, but then like before I drop stuff, I usually go to trusted sources for sure.
Right.
I get like opinions, and I take constructive criticism very well, because that's
you seem like you have your ego in check, bro. I think that's a no, seriously, because I'm the same way. Like I have no problem always being a student of the game, and I feel like that's how guys like you that humble themselves and realize that being a part of a team can get you a lot farther quicker.
Exactly.
Dude, you're going to get a lot farther faster, bro.
Yeah,
and
bro.
I respect that about you a lot. You know what I mean? How old are you? You're what?
I just turned 25. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're still really young, too. That's what's up. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's cool. And your buddy that you got here, this is like your best friend here?
Yeah, people that like if you see me with him or anybody you really see me with, is people that they can check me, I can check them. Like we got real relationships. It's not
Can't have yes men around you.
yeah,
Dude.
like
Those are
10-year
dangerous.
plus friendships here. You know what I mean?
I'm the same way, dude. I mean, recently, I just turned 30, so like I've done like a huge friend cleanse in the last couple of years. Just people get married and have kids and move on, you know? So I'm trying to like redefine like the circle that I have to try to fucking build a better collective and just a group of guys that just want to better and want more out of life.
I definitely can relate. I went down that hole just the past few years, just trying to filter out what I want to keep moving with or what I want to surround myself with.
Yeah, and you said something when you were on the City of Palms podcast, you said that when you first start doing music or just any sort of like business or project, like the people that you would think would support you don't really do it first.
They're the last one.
What is that? Wonder what that. What is this? I wonder what the mystery is behind that. Because I get more support through like complete strangers than I would like people I would expect to get support from.
It's just like hidden intentions or thoughts like of what people. I feel like that's the time when people really tell you what they think about you.
Right.
Because I got no problem as an artist too. Like I'll go to local shows and I won't even say I'm an artist. Like yo, check them out. I'm here for you. Like you know, I'm here to support. I'm not. People are just haters. You know.
It costs $0 to show love, people. $0.
People just don't.
I've never got any bad karma from showing horn bombs. See? That's why I brought you on, bro. See?
The guy right there.
Yeah, but that's so true, bro. It costs $0 to show love. And I mean, just moving your thumb on the screen and showing support, like, it's really not that hard to do.
Yeah,
that.
man.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel you on that, bro.
You should be happy
that
to
a
see
lot.
other people like do something.
You would think, dude, but I just, like you said, I think people's true intentions show when they see that. It's like, well, they're jealous or maybe they're, they feel like they're competing with you. And that's a weird, harsh reality to swallow when you find like people that are close to your life are secretly competing with you. It's like, shit, man.
Even people like I made music with at one point and we fell out. I still want them to do it big. Because at the end of the day, I know I was with you at that point. I know your like, it's not personal.
It's just, it's just
everybody
life.
deserves a win.
Yeah.
And nobody deserves to,
dude, that's
not get that.
That's fucking
that feeling.
That's honorable, man. I wish I thought like that more, man. No, it's all good though. That's cool though, man. That's good, dude. So you basketball player. I don't want to be too much about music. I want to get to know you a little bit too. So you played basketball. Did you play when you were in high school?
Not organized. I won't. I played more street ball. We played all the time, but I never played like for high school or AAU or anything like that. It's more so of an enjoyment thing, a passion between me, my cousins, my guys. Like, we can link up and run 5-on-5s, and it's like run game after game after game after game, but never played organized.
Did you ever watch N1 Street Ball?
Of course.
That shit was so fire, bro.
Professor,
oh my god, man! I used to go outside in my driveway and practice all those moves, dude. And then they came out with NBA Street for PS2, and I was like, "It's a rap, son." I'm out here doing slip and slides on my driveway, cutting up my knees and shit.
It's still definitely like a big passion of mine, though. Even not playing, like I like watching all the basketball shows, podcasts, the games, like college basketball.
They have some great podcasts out. Like I Am Athlete's a really good one. I love that one. Yeah, there's that one too with the Leon. Look that up. I'm gonna make you work, bro. Go on Google and type in that. What's the podcast where it's like they're all in a barber shop? LeBron James is on it all the time. You know what I'm talking about? The Shop.
The Shop.
Is that what it's called?
The Shop.
Type in the Shop podcast.
Yeah.
The shop, like going to a barber shop. Here, let him do it, Leon. So yeah,
I really rock with like the athletes, bro, because that's easy motivation right there.
Totally. And it's cool to see
work their whole life to get that moment.
Yeah, and it's cool to see like the inside, like the behind the scenes of like the game. You know what I mean? Like the politics that goes on behind the scenes, like what coaches they like to work with, which players they get along with, which ones they don't. The locker room talk is always really interesting stuff.
Especially now when the players are talking for themselves, instead of like these random journalists who never played ball. Like, I'd rather hear what the guys that actually played ball or actually laced it up or went to the court, played for,
Totally. And I think it's easier for them to open up to somebody that's tight. I feel like it's easier for you to open up to somebody that does the same thing that you do because they can kind of tap into like, that side of you that I think a lot of people won't really know how to do.
Exactly.
That's why I feel like I'm really good at interviewing rappers and artists and stuff like that because I do the same thing.
So like the creative process.
Yeah, totally, bro. Like I know the creative process is such a complicated thing that like when you find somebody that does it too, it's like it's fun to see how they do it.
100%. I agree.
That's cool, man. I like to get on. I need to start watching more sports podcasts. I'll be honest, dude. I don't follow sports like I should.
Yeah.
I'm really athletic and I'm good at sports and I've been playing it my whole life, but just could never really sit down and watch them.
I enjoy it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like the sport, like even like soccer, like I don't watch soccer all the time, but when it's a big game, you
Yeah.
can feel that energy.
Oh, but it's World Cup?
Yeah, it gets
We're
you
watching it.
Exactly.
I know exactly what you mean,
You
dude.
know what I mean? Like, except for golf. Sorry to anybody who's watching.
Golf is the sport that's fun
Yo.
to play, not to watch. It's fun.
Man.
It's fun to play sometimes when you're.
I don't know
when
how
you're
they
good.
do it. I don't know how you do it. Like people.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't sit through them.
I'm trash, bro. I can't watch a game of golf. I don't know what's going on. I don't know the rule. I don't have such a good enough understanding of the rules to where I would really enjoy it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even really consider golf a sport. I feel like it's more like a game. I feel like a sport is like somebody's got to be stopping me from doing something.
Yeah,
you know what I
it has to be
mean?
some real.
Yeah,
I got you.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
But I'm really into like mixed martial arts. I like those kind of sports, like fighting sports.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
That's what's up, bro. Good shit. So who's somebody you listen to? Like, what's your everyday playlist looking like? Like, who are some of your, I don't know. Like
Right now?
Yeah.
Kendrick, that album.
What did you think of that album? Did you like it?
I personally like, and it's crazy. I love it.
Yeah.
And I've always been kind of hard on Kendrick, but that's not on his talent because he's obviously one of the greatest rappers.
Right.
It's more so like I hate when artists like him take 3-4 years to drop any type of music.
Right, yeah.
When you got all this
He's always like that, too.
bunch of bullshit out, and it's like, yo, drop something. But this album definitely hit different.
Kendrick seems like he sits in the cut and just observes for a long time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I think that's what makes him such a great artist is that he like really conceptualizes and really like analyzes everything that's going on in like popular current culture, hip hop, whatever.
It dropped at the perfect time for me personally because I feel like I was like on track 7, and I remember even texting him. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I feel like he's calling me out.
There's something about him, dude.
Yeah.
Phenomenal artist, man. I like that. I love the song with him going back and forth with the chick. That I forgot the name of it. Oh, man. What a
We cry together.
We cry together, and they're filming a video for it too.
That's just probably gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be so crazy. But just dude, like the conversations that they were having, I'm like, wow, that's just it was so. They painted the picture so well with
And
that
shout out to
song.
him for putting Kodak all over the album too. I don't know if you noticed that.
Bro, they be saying that Kodak and Kendrick are like bar for bar lyrically, like they're pretty close, which is a really crazy thing to say.
That is crazy.
But if you really like break down some of Kodak's lyrics,
He
like,
does be talking deep.
he does.
He gets deep.
He doesn't always articulate it the best.
Yeah.
But some of the shit that he be saying, I'm like, yo, Kodak's he's not a dumb guy. You know what I mean?
a fact.
You know?
That's a fact.
But yeah, that Kodak and Kendrick Lamar collab, bro, is fire.
Yes, sir.
Fucking shout out to Kodak. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. There's a lot of who else just dropped an album? Jack Harlow just dropped an album. Future dropped an album this year.
Future dropped that shit.
Future's album has got nothing but fucking good reviews.
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
even really a big fan of Future. I'll keep it a rack. Like I fuck with him, but like he's not like somebody I listen to a lot. Really,
Yeah.
it's just not my type of music. But I respect a guy that can put out a great project and just shake up the world. That's Future's always been able to do that. You know.
Even like there's these young artists now, like from the Bronx, like the drill scene, like
Dude,
I can only listen to so much of it.
Kayflock?
Yeah, Kayflock hard.
Is he's incarcerated,
He's
right?
locked up. He's hard though.
Yeah, he is, bro.
Like I'm a fan of him. He put a lot of people on that I now listen to. Like it's crazy. I salute that shit.
Yeah, do me a favor. Google New York drill rap scene. There's a couple of couple of dudes from
Kayflock. There's like Dougie B.
What's the
Fabio.
something Towers? They're like a group of guys. I forgot the name of them.
River Park Towers.
River Park Towers.
D-Thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
D-Thing.
they hard.
I was
too.
listening to Academics. He was talking about D-Thing the other day, and I was like, well, that's interesting.
That whole scene is crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
it
these
is.
young dudes wilding, but the music is on fire. The streets are on fire. Like,
I don't know what it is about drill music, man, but I just fucking love it, bro.
It's
It just turns you
workout
up.
playlist for
Yeah,
sure.
it's workout music, man. Oh my gosh, I want to clean my guns to that shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude, Chicago. Yeah, it all came from Chicago. Now New York, and now I'll be honest. Like I've listened to a little bit of New York drill. Like what are they as similar to Chicago drill, or is it like
Nah, they have their own slang.
They kind of have their own way of doing it.
New York is unique, one of its kind. I'll say that for sure. All the dancing, the words, the slang, like that's their own style. The drill music culture, that's Chicago though. It's a fact.
And then I know that the UK had a little drill scene going on out there too, and they had the where Pop Smoke got a lot of his beats were a lot of like more UK drill beats,
and they're more lyrical than a majority of the drill rappers. The UK artists are lyrical as hell,
bro. Those fucking English accents over those beats
it's
sounds
insane. It's insane.
It's just such a unique
Fredo's
sound.
one of my favorites.
Fredo Santana.
Fredo from the UK.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Fredo from the UK.
He's hard too.
Oh shit. Okay, you're putting me on.
Man. He fly, and then like the Smoke Boys. A lot of dudes out there. Dave. I like the UK scene for sure.
Okay, damn, interesting. I'm gonna have to do some more research on the UK scene. That's dope.
Yes, sir.
That's so cool, man.
And they got more rap groups than other places.
Oh, I bet. I follow this one German rapper, Jesus.
Oh shit, not familiar.
Oh man, fucking type in GZUZ in on Google, bro. Arvin, I think I showed you Jesus. You don't need to respond. It's okay. He was the big tatted up German guy. I'm like, you got to listen to this. I don't know what he's saying, but it's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the German language is such an aggressive language that it just meshes really well with drill beats. GZ, UZ.
There's another rapper too from Philly, Lee Ford. He's a rapper, like lyrical rapper. Like he's one of those, like I don't just play like I play him at the crib. You chilling, like you're really listening. He's dope. I like. There's a lot of A Boogie's one of my favorites.
Dude, A Boogie is that's funny, man. Because like I was actually gonna bring A Boogie up when we were talking about like independent and signing to a label. Because like I remember artists or and his label, they were like they had a huge following on Twitter. Which they were like, yo, I don't really need a label, you know what I mean? But we'll sign a deal, but just let you guys know, we already have enough. We have enough leverage on this where we don't really need you guys.
It's a business move,
bro. That was so brilliant, and it was so smart of him to know that he had that leverage back then, bro. Because I mean, that wasn't this whole like owning your masters, being independent. This is all kind of like really recent talk. Like this really kind of came into the game like really recently. People started talking about like ownership, owning your masters, and things like that.
But so that's because I feel like not to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I feel like it's like because the labels. Back then, you had to get money by doing shows. You had to get money by doing tours. You had to get. That's why so many free mixtapes. You'll never get a free mixtape again. It's never gonna happen. Like that era is over. Yeah, it's all streaming now. Artists, why would they need a label if they're making $40,000 a month off streaming? Yeah, they don't even need to drop music. This is off just audio streaming. They're making $40K a month. Like you can live a really nice life with $40K.
Absolutely,
make some real moves with $40K a month. So that's why a lot of artists do the independent route. That's why artists like Tory Lanez went independent.
Fucking love. He's
making probably a clean $1 million a month,
easily,
minimum for sure, off streaming, off his artists, off merch, off shows. Like
I feel like when you get to a point, like anything you drop is gonna sell. Yeah, because I remember he did an NFT that album, crazy. and it sold out in like fucking 2 seconds. Made $1 million in 2 fucking seconds, bro. That's crazy. Oh my god, I remember watching the video of him seeing it too. He like threw his phone. I'm like, that's the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, man.
That's interesting. I think I was actually researching a little bit about like how the NFT and like the blockchain space is gonna change music. And like, because I interviewed this kid over on the other coast. I don't want to say his name. But he was talking about how he puts his music on like a website. It's like connected to the blockchain. So when people interact with his posts, he gets paid. Oh shit. It's pretty interesting. I don't remember the name of the platform, but I think that's going to be the new revolutionary way for artists to have, I think, more ownership of their stuff and still, maximize how much profit they can make off like even just dropping a single song.
Because you can do a lot with that. Like if you got die-hard fans and they buy your NFT, they get certain perks, like they can get exclusive access to shows, or they get free bundle packages a month. Like you can do a lot to keep a fan base and build your cult fan base with the internet now, and NFTs a space that's still growing. Like it's popular, but
that's what I'm saying.
I feel like it's not even like there for people.
The NFTs, I feel like it's just the face of the technology. Yeah. The technology, I feel like, is going to be revolutionary for guys like you and guys that make art, make 100%. Art. You know what I mean? I think it's just really interesting. And plus, you got the metaverse with these headsets coming on, dude. Imagine watching a music video in the metaverse. Like you interact with it. Like that'd be crazy, bro.
Performing in the metaverse.
Yeah, I thought about figuring out a way to put RealBoy Radio on the metaverse.
You probably could.
You know what I mean? Like making it like a place where you could go on like a Friday night and we're doing a live show and you could. I'll figure something out. Like you can be an audience member on a live show, live stream type shit. There. Yeah, that'd be fucking lit. I'll be there. RealBoy Radio. We're hiring smart tech guys. If you're a smart tech guy with a high IQ, send your resume in, please. Schedule an interview for you.
Go on Indeed, you'll find them.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, dude. For sure. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So, big plans for what would you say would be like your final goal in music? Like, what's a long-term goal? Something that like you're done making music. Like, where do you want to settle in like with it?
To be a literal resource, like those guys that are the dot connectors, like names that you wouldn't hear about really, like a Biggs Burke, like a Dame Dash, like those Dame guys. Dash. It's just the ones who piece things together, I love music. I love making music, but I really do want to put artists on. I want to get to a level that I have the resources to do that. Like that's more a lane I feel like I fit in because I want to see people win already. So it's like to me, there's no ego there. Like if I was to have an artist and they were to blow up bigger than me, that's completely okay. Like that's all part of that's part of it. And I can still make music. I can still have people that support my music. I can still drop the shit I like to do the things I like to do. But there's an artist from Rhode Island. His name is D Gomes, and I won't even lie. I can like get inspiration from him because he's an artist himself. Consistently focuses on his career, but he has artists that he signed and put in real situations with real labels like Enoc.
Awesome.
And he's doing that while maintaining his artistry. And it's like, if you're a business savvy person, you can understand why that's smart to put people in situations and put yourself, because you're making, that's a lot of different lanes of revenue.
It keeps him relevant too, like,
and it keeps you in the rooms,
right?
The important rooms.
I mean, your boy does that. Drake does that shit.
Yeah.
He always attaches himself to the new guys. You know, it just keeps him on the wave. That's smart.
And if Drake giving a feature to a young artist is basically like giving a kid $1 million. Those
basically
Block Boy JB, that Look Alive song, that
made his career.
Yeah, millions of dollars, and he's talented. I'm not taking nothing from him. I'm just saying I talked
about this on the Midnight podcast. We were talking about how a Drake feature is like the ultimate rap currency. You know, you get a Drake feature, it's like
it's a stimulus package.
It's a stimulus package. Yeah, essentially. That's crazy how he has that much power and influence, but it's amazing. But you're right, dude. Yeah,
just being a resource is like really important.
And it benefits both parties, because like not only can he change this young artist's life, but it also keeps Drake in the forefront of the culture at all times. It's brilliant. And he was also one of the first artists that I saw that was utilizing world tours. Like he was going and making songs with these dudes that were popping in like the Caribbean or like the UK.
Which was the smartest move.
So fucking smart, bro. Because if you don't think about it, but
platinum records.
Yeah, you don't think about it, but sometimes we get like stuck in like what we think is what everyone thinks, and it's like there's a whole world out there of artists that you've never fucking heard of that are fucking popping, bro.
That's a fact.
And just the fact that he was able to tap into that market and be one of the first guys to do it and do it successfully, that's why I really respect Drake.
Yeah,
I don't really listen to his music too much. There's some songs he has that I like, but I respect more of his business perspective on how he became who he is.
What
today.
you do for people will carry you more than what you do for yourself. That's a fact.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Like what you can do,
my guy.
What you can do for your mans, that's bigger than whatever you did for yourself. Because Drake, for example, his boys are the ones that run the OVO shops, the shopping stores that they have in Tokyo, LA. Like big, it's a real business.
Yeah,
and he's letting his people run it. Like they make the money. Like it's honorable.
Absolutely. I mean, that's essentially what I'm trying to do with RealBoy, and what I'm sure you're trying to do with your career too. Is just build a big enough platform on yourself, and then just open up the floodgates for people to just benefit off of it. That's exactly what I'm trying to do with RealBoy, dude. I'm just trying to take artists that I like, that I think are popping, that people need to hear, and I just try to make it to where they can come on this platform.
That's dope.
I can show everybody, you know what I mean? People that don't know who you are, or, you know, whatever. And that's just what I'm trying to do too. So that's cool that we have like similar missions, man. That's dope, bro.
And that's why if you really have that mindset, you don't care about getting like congratulated or like people saying, yo, good stuff, because it's like, I feel like people win.
I feel like eventually you stop waiting for the fucking congratulations. You're like, I'm gonna be my own biggest fan. I'm the shit. I know I'm
because it's gonna come.
It's gonna come
by the people you would least expect it to come from, in the cities you would least expect it. And I'm not even speaking. I'm speaking from the inspirations I've seen. People that started from nothing, and now the ones we listen to, the ones we really keep up with.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
There's a lot of like shows in this area that I watched. The Black Buffet podcast, City of Palms podcast. Just watching them do their thing and how good they do their shows.
And they're humble too, you know.
So cool. They did their the City of Palms podcast. Shout out to you guys. You guys do a great job. They were great interviewers. The show was really good. It was really well put together. I love watching other guys do their stuff, and I'm like, I love how they did that there.
Yeah.
Or like I love watching the Black Buffet podcast because they're super funny, but I also love their setup and how they like run their show. I'm like, yo, I need to get some of that equipment too, and it's just cool. Yeah. It's cool to meet new people and you know, exchange ideas and like, you know, techniques on how to do stuff, man. That's fucking awesome, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's good shit, bro. That's one of my goals too, man. Me and this guy, we're gonna start a fucking record label.
As you should.
That'd be hard. RealBoy Records. You know what I'm saying?
As you should.
Yeah. And then Arvin's gonna be full-time security guard, murderer, bounty hunter, killer over there. You know. That's what we doing. Appreciate that. Now, are you a big partier? Do you like to go out to the club? And
yes, at a time in my life I did, for sure.
Yeah,
but now more so, no, just because
a little bit more focused on what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Time is just as important as anything in the world.
I feel like that clicks when you get to like 25. Like you realize you're like, oh my God, I'm getting older. Time's not just gonna go on forever.
Exactly.
Like I need to get the ball rolling on some of this stuff. I feel you on that. I had that same turnover when I was like 25. Like it all just hit me at once. I'm like, yo, I'm like,
and you don't really realize how much free time you really do have, even when you feel like you're busy as hell. Like you really do have a lot of free time.
If it's time, everything is just time management, bro. It's time fucking management. And like, honestly, too, being honest with your fucking faults. Cause I'll be honest, like sometimes I'm very productive and I'm very, you know, there are times where I can be really lazy and complacent.
It happens.
And I try to stay away from lazy and complacent and comfortable because that's like the most addictive drug ever is comfort.
Yes.
I don't want to be comfortable at all. I like problems. You see that shit that's going on, that trend on Instagram right now? It's like, I don't want peace. I want problems always. That's my fucking, I need problems and struggles.
I feel that. And you need that for anything, like creativeness. Like even me for music, like it's like I dive into shit that's painful or like shit that you wouldn't want to think about, but you can make a really good record that relates to people and something that you can say really is real to you. And
that's so true, man. Like
which is what I want to do with the next music.
Yeah, you kind of have to go through some like shitty suffering to like really create some beautiful music. Yeah, that's true, man.
How to really come out of that, like just the past few years, just even like, because we're all human, you know, we got our aspect, but we're dealing with shit.
Totally.
Like, I had to get, you know, just getting over shit, letting shit just stay in the past, shit that doesn't really even matter. Like, I think about now more how I want to be when I'm 40. Rather than right now. I want to,
same.
You know, and now that's when you start appreciating like really what your parents did, like you know, you start really dialing into that.
That's crazy that you say that because the older I get, the more I'm like, my parents are the shit.
Yeah, like I don't know how they made half the stuff they did happen.
You guys are, oh my God, you were finding places with maps.
It's crazy.
You were using phones that were connected to the wall.
Crazy.
They just had it so much harder, and they were able to make so much out of that. And like that always made me go, damn, my parents did all that stuff with barely anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like my pops came here from Dominican Republic, had to make it happen, had a family, and I'm here. I had all the opportunity in front of me, like, and
it looked like he raised you pretty well, so he did a good job, man. So credit to him.
Solid guy.
Man, he gets the horns for that. All the good dads.
We'll butt heads, but he be right. It's only because he's right I get mad.
Because you guys are the same person.
You know,
I'm the same way with my dad. We have to have the last word. It's an endless argument. You know,
like I know you're right, but let me have it.
And I'll just be doing shit, and I'll be like, oh my God, I'm my fucking dad, bro. Like I have a moment where I'm like, yo, this is something my dad would do. Like holy shit, man. Like I'm literally turning into him. So it's cool. You got a good relationship with your parents then? Like you guys are really close? That's cool,
that
bro.
was my mom just calling me now.
Oh, that's
like silent the phone.
Hey, shout out to the moms,
She
man.
was probably trying to see what I'm doing. But yeah, no, I mean, it takes, bro. That's why you have to keep a close relationship if it was raised like that, if it growed into that. You know, a lot of people do have understandable situations that they don't.
For sure.
If you keep it, you know, they're the ones that are going to keep it real. You know, my dad will tell me straight up, like, yo, that's a dumb move, but go ahead and do it. That's a dumb move, though. And I'm like, damn, guy. Like. My
mom loved all my friends, but she would always tell me the ones that she wasn't sure about.
And
she was always right.
They know.
God, what is it's just life experience.
They went through it.
Yeah, they went through it. It has to be. Yeah, that's interesting. So crazy.
And they value what's going to happen to you more than what happens to them, I feel like.
Yeah. That's so true, dude. Yeah, my mom was so good at that. She would always find the people that she didn't think that had my back, like that, you know, really had my back.
That's real. I never thought of that. Yeah, but that is real.
Yeah.
Now that I think,
you know that I know Bieber had. I mean, shout out to Justin Bieber, but he has a line. Yeah, he was like, I fuck with tatted up Bieber, man. He cool as fuck. Yeah. Kid Bieber, not so much, but tatted up cool guy Bieber, I rock with the cool.
If we were all Kid Bieber though, we would have taken the
for sure.
Yeah,
what?
You know,
I would have been whipping Lambos in Miami, popping Percocets too, bro. What are we fucking talking about?
I would have done some shit with Ludacris, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, but he had a line. He goes, "If my mama don't like you, she likes everyone." It's so true, bro. Moms, they be knowing they got superpowers, man. Shout out to all the moms, man. And Father's Day is coming up too, so it's about the.
Yeah, I gotta go get some.
Oh shit! Good thing I reminded you, man. You came to the right place. Yeah. You know? I never know what to get my dad on Father's Day, bro. I feel like my dad's got everything. Like, what do I get him? You know, I feel like I just need to become successful and just be like, look what you know.
Yeah.
I lived up to your expectations, Pop. Even though he doesn't really care, but you know. Yeah. But he fucks with my show, bro. He watches my shit all the time. He goes,
that's what's up.
Yeah, my dad's a fan of my stuff.
Shout out to Pops.
Shout out to Pops, man. He gets the horns too.
Yes, sir.
People are gonna be like, yo, cut it with the horns, bro. Shit's mad annoying. Nah, but
you good.
Nah, but my dad's like, yo, I love your show, I love what you're doing, but man, you say the F word so much, and I'm like, it's just a part of life, Pop. Just let it go, people. You know.
It's my mom when she heard my music, she's like, what the hell? you said the B word, like. But I'm like, listen, man.
Oh my God, yeah, my mom was terrible with that shit.
But that's why I don't curse at home though. When I'm there visiting you, I don't curse because I know better.
I can curse a little bit now. Now that we're all adults, then I don't really care. But like when you're a kid, it's different because it's like sometimes like I didn't realize how cursing like. It's not a big deal, but it's about when you do it. Like I remember one time I said fuck in an interview on accident when I was trying to get a job, and like I didn't even realize.
Wait, a job interview?
It wasn't like I was like this motherfucker. I just like it just slipped out. Happened. Yeah, because I was telling a story about something. Because he's like, well, tell me a little bit about your childhood, and I just didn't even think about it because I'm around guys all the time. So all I hear is the F bomb every other word, and it just slipped out. And like I thought about it for weeks. I was like, oh my God, this is what my dad was talking about. He goes, he's like, I don't care that you curse, but like you're gonna get too comfortable, and one day it's gonna come out when you don't want it to. But
yeah,
fuck that.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you got any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I got a big sister, a little brother.
Okay, cool. So you're middle child, son.
Yes,
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's dope though.
Yeah.
Because, you know, my big sister, she's a handful, but I can always go to her for anything.
Trust.
I know I can go to her for anything.
And you got a little bro, so that kind of keeps you in check too, right?
Yeah, because everything I did wrong, I'm telling him because I want him to do it better than me. Yeah, bro. Like, really? And my pops is the same way. Like, that's who, you know, I want him to be the one that
That's tight,
really
dude.
takes off.
I feel like if I had a little brother, that would have forced me to keep my shit tight. You know what I'm saying?
Everything I didn't do, I want him to do it just because I didn't do it because of maybe fear, doubt, self-doubt.
Right.
I'm telling him, yo, you don't got to have that. Learn from me because
That's awesome, bro.
it'll stop you.
Yeah.
Hold you back, all that.
Now, do you and your sister, are you guys close? Like, you have a close relationship?
For
How
sure.
far away are you guys in age? Like,
My sister, she is 2 years older than me.
okay.
And then my little brother, he's way young. He's just turned 14.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's cool, dude. I'm an only child. So I don't
Oh,
have,
word.
yeah. But I had a lot of friends in the neighborhood, so it was never like I didn't have anyone
You
to hang
grew
out
up
with.
with real, like,
You know, it's
that lame
refreshing.
stuff, man.
It's refreshing to get around people that are just trying to chill and vibe and not really like, you know.
Especially when I chill around people who, in like one sense, are probably doing better than me. I get motivated off that. Like,
I can't hang around people that aren't doing as good as me. I
it's-
need to be around people that are doing better.
Shit'll make you want to get on your
That's why I
ass.
work out with this fucking dude in my kitchen. This fucking
Yeah, that guy.
this Call of Duty character over here, dude. I had to work out with him.
Anything.
I was like, I need to work out with the savage, or else I'm not going to be a savage.
You-
Trust me, he's there. He's there. Nah, but yeah, like I said, I think that's really important. Like, you know, you never want to be the smartest guy in the room. You never want to be around people that are not pushing you to be great.
Or the loudest one in the room either. The less you say, that's in the book, that 48 Laws of Power book. The less you say, the more you really accomplish.
It's one of my favorite books, and it's in this house. And
Just read that one recently.
I try to read a law a day, just to, you know. There's some fucking. My favorite one is the one of absence and presence.
Yeah, that's
is
the
such
whole
a
book is
powerful
insane.
fucking thing, dude. Because it's so true. Like, you see the same people all the time. Like, their value of their presence decreases.
Yeah.
But then, like, you know, every now and then you Batman it, and like you just come out once in a while, and people are like, "Yo, Reagan came out to the club. This
Yeah.
is crazy." It's like,
Do you go by Reagan?
that's my last name. My friends call me Reagan because when I played football, like when we were all on the field, we all were wearing helmets, and no one could tell who everyone was when you had the pads on. So there was a piece of tape across my helmet that said Reagan. And that's just what my coaches
damn.
that's just what my coaches called me freshman year. So that's just all my friends called me.
So
and then
even now, like people are like, yo, Reagan.
every single person in my life.
Yo, Reagan.
Yeah, Reagan's cool because it just sounds cool. You know what I mean? And then I thought of Reagan the Realist one time. I was drunk freestyling at a party, and I was going off, son. I don't remember anything I said, but I was sliding on that shit.
Son.
I was sliding on that shit, right? So I fucking rapped for my buddies, and I guess they videotaped it. I don't remember anything. Like 3 days later, I get a phone call. They're like, "Yo, son, I found the funniest video on the phone." So it was just me rapping at the end. I was like, "Oh yeah, Reagan the Realist, motherfucker!" And then they just thought it was the funniest shit ever, so they started calling me the Realist as a joke.
It stuck.
And then I'm like, "Yo, that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this my IG name."
There you go.
So then I was like, "I'm just gonna embrace it."
There you
and
go.
then now I'm trying to turn it into a brand. So
Yeah.
everything works out. It went from a
Brand.
joke to a brand.
That's the best thing is building a brand, which is what I don't really have enough to say right now, but that's what's gonna come with the new songs that coming out is the new brand that I'm gonna have a name. I got this everything.
I have a good feeling about you, bro.
Thank you.
You have a good energy. Your music is really, really good, and you're easy to talk to. I feel like you have the formula to be a great artist. You're already a great artist. I mean, I legit listen to your music. I don't listen to local guys' music that often.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
listen,
When I listen to your shit, I was like, this kid's got some serious. But you can ask everybody in this room. I fucking hyped you up at work. I was like, yo, this kid is that guy.
I think it's growing up having like older people and my like older cousins that took their time to like check me.
Yeah.
You know, like my older cousin Alex, Eric, Erwin, all those guys like always check me.
Shout out to Erwin too, bro. The hell am I over here hanging out with your cousin, bro? Out by chance. Come on, man. Shout out to Erwin, bro.
That's what's up.
That is cool.
They don't
dude.
know the history.
Yeah, so you had a lot of older cousins and OGs putting you on like game at a young age, dude. I could tell, bro.
And anytime I wild out, they were quick to tell me, and I would be like probably defensive as hell, but they wouldn't sugarcoat nothing with me because
your family, you know.
if I'm gonna be
sugarcoat
around the
family.
older guys, you know, you can't just be
right.
So I'm actually grateful for that though, because now
That's awesome, dude.
I look back now and like having that is good.
And that makes you a great older brother for
Yeah.
your younger brother. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's like a trickle. It just trickles down, bro.
And it makes me happy because he can call me for whatever. Like he'll call me when he gets out of school at 4. Like,
That's the
yo,
best.
yeah. So this happened at school. This kid said this to me. How should I handle it? I'm like, nah, I don't even.
Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun giving like a young guy advice, bro?
I feel like an OG.
I feel like OG is like and especially when you know, like when they ask you about like girls or something that you know, you're like, oh yeah, I got you, son. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's the best, man. Do you spend a lot of time on social media? I mean, obviously you have to. Yeah,
because now I feel I just said screw it, and I filtered out everything I didn't need to see every day.
Right.
I try to spend a fair amount of time on social media for what I do, but not for like anything else, for the toxic side of it, because there's a lot of toxicity on there.
So much toxicity.
But I like going on there and seeing people like doing their stuff. I like looking at, even outside of artists, like entrepreneurs, just podcasters, athletes. Like I like to see people's day in, day out process and stuff, because you know, that's just inspiring.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be scrolling looking for motivation all the time, but it can get dangerous too, man. Like scrolling, that stuff, it's so addicting, you know what I mean? Like
scroll and look at the wrong thing, your mindset could change. Like you can't, I don't go off social media as far as like a bar of success though, because a lot of that shit could be fake.
It's
too.
facade.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's what they think, it's what they make you think you want.
That's why I try to say in my music, like, yo, I don't got, but like this is my mindset. Now I visualize myself as like into this position, into this, but I know, you know, you got to know where you're at, so you appreciate where you get.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't agree more. But I think that's true, like with Instagram and stuff like that, and a lot of like, they try to paint this lifestyle where it's like, it's all about the money, man. It's all about the money. And like, I get it, but like at the same time, it's like, man, that's such a shitty
you gotta
message.
have a deeper...
Well, there's got to be something, like when I see rappers on Instagram, all they're doing is flexing. It's like, y'all don't do anything else? Like, I get it, it's cool, but I mean, you know, after a while, it's just like everybody's doing the same shit, and it just gets old after a while.
I agree. That's why it sucks when dudes like Nipsey Hussle passes, because
rest in peace,
he was like one of those guys that he wasn't, when he was here, notoriously known for just the music, but it was a lot of what he was doing for his people, like just give backs and things like that. Like
totally.
Like I said, the shit you do for people is really what carries you, because the people remember him for that more than his music. The people that... And from his community, not just like the world. Like we know him for his mixtapes and stuff, but he really impacted people, like people he grew up with, people that he saw struggle. Like that's real. That his music went viral after his passing, because
that's always
it just kind of takes away from what the impact he really did make.
And, you know, I watched a lot of videos of Nipsey. He was always talking about like real estate, investing in your communities, like really deep thinking, higher level thinking stuff. We
don't gotta stay here.
Right. He was a true visionary, man. That's why. And I'll be honest, like I never really bumped a lot of his music. I only bumped the one mixtape that he dropped for $100. Do you remember that one mixtape that he did?
Damn,
he dropped.
You cop that?
No, I didn't cop it, but I mean, I've heard music off of that, and that's when I really heard of him, because I was like, man, this guy dropped $100, because back then that was like unheard of.
Yeah.
And then I remember Jay-Z fucked with that so hard. He's like, I'll buy 1,000 or 100.
And that's how you built your cult fan base. The people who really support you are the ones that went out and bought that $100 mixtape. Those are the people that actually rocked with him, not the ones that now listen to his music, but the people who and the people he did backpack drives for, and the people he went to schools and did this, and like that stuff is what will carry him forever.
Absolutely, and he'll live in the culture forever, bro. Just for the contributions.
King Von too.
Yeah,
when he got his deal. There's a video of him breaking down the money with his team. There's people he grew up with, 10,000 here, 10,000 there, 10,000 there, 10,000. That's real shit.
Yeah,
it's like people don't really get that. They see it. Yeah, they see it and they think it's like that's real.
Rest in peace to King Von, man.
You gotta have that heart though.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like I said, like guys like King Von and Nipsey, those guys are just born leaders, dude. They want to bring people with them. They're not about just getting to the top and then just being like, oh fuck it. They want to cultivate and grow and plant seeds. And I love guys like that, man.
You gotta make mistakes to get that mindset though, because like
absolutely,
you know, you gotta make him. You know, everybody has that moment they said the wrong thing or treated this person the wrong way, and I'm a victim of that too. Like I've done my fair share of mistakes, but it's like up to you. Are you gonna like try to improve from that, or try to?
Those mistakes don't define who you are.
Exactly.
It's just a moment in your life.
You gotta be able to check yourself. Like I've made moves where he's been able to check me and tell me like, "Come on, man," and I've been able to do the same because that's what we built.
That's fire that you know what I mean. Dude. Yeah,
like, that shit is real. I take that seriously. I take personal things with people that I actually love serious, and that's why I distance myself from certain people, because I don't know. I'm a big believer in intentions. You know what I mean? Totally. That shit actually makes me feel a way.
It does. Yeah, because you never know what people's true intentions are. You know what I'm saying? It is.
You could be willing to do whatever for.
Dude, I've walked miles for people that wouldn't even put their shoes on for me, you know, and that's just it is exactly. But it's never gonna I'm never gonna change who I am because somebody else didn't respect that. You know what I mean?
It's a fact.
I'm never gonna stop looking out for people. I'm never gonna stop being myself and caring for other people, no matter what.
You can become a really dark person if you let that shit make you who you are. Like all those bad times, you know. Now. Some shit happens with me, like we're moving forward.
Yeah.
Because all you're doing is holding yourself back. You waste a lot of time dwelling on some bullshit. That's a fact.
Do you kind of have like like whatever's meant to be will be kind of mindset.
100%.
Once I started adopting that mindset more, it was way easier to deal with adversity and bullshit.
And it was when I learned, you can't control everything.
You can't control everything.
You can't.
And the
People
moment
are gonna
you make
do what they
peace
want.
with that, people are gonna do what they want. And the moment you can make peace with the fact that you can only control certain shit, your life gets so much better, and I feel like opportunities open up for you too. It's kind of like you detach from the matrix a little bit.
And you gotta adopt that because that other person may think you did some messed up shit too. You know, because there's two sides to a story.
Right.
And I could feel like I'm dead right, but I may have done something to make you feel away. But if we couldn't come together to talk, chop it up, piece it out, then it's better to just keep it moving. Like there's people like that I'll have conversations with. I got love for people that I'll keep at a distance just because like
you just know how they are.
There's a certain mindset I'm in right now. And I'm the type of person, I take things to the heart if I care about you. So
I'm the same way.
I got to keep you now like this. So when I see you, it's love. It's weird, but
but it's so intelligent of you to be able to do that. I feel you on that. I'm the same fucking way, dude.
It's tough though.
It is tough. It is, but it's necessary.
Be like, F you, dog. Like,
you want to be, but also that's the easy way out.
That's the easy way out.
The easy way
the
out.
Bad way out too in the long run.
Yeah, I don't like to burn bridges. It depends on the severity of the situation, but I always try to keep like a level head with certain things. Like I never want to like write somebody off for a mistake that they made. Cause just like you said, we've all made them and stuff like that. But like my thing is just hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you can just sit there and be like, I made a mistake or I fucked up and learn and grow from it, that's honorable as fuck. Cause we all make
100%.
mistakes. Cause like, it's like relationships. Like I know that all my ex-girlfriends aren't my fault. I know they're not all their fault is what I meant to say. I know I played a part in a lot of that shit going wrong, you know what I mean? And it would be dumb and ignorant for me and arrogant to sit here and think that it was like all them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm big on accountability too, bro. So I feel you on that.
100%. You just got to be like, all right, screw it. I did my shit. You did your shit. Let's just go this way. Yeah. But there's times where someone just does you wrong and they did you wrong. And it's on site. And you got to tell them like, you like, that's not right. Like,
yeah, you got to check them. You got to keep your integrity and be like, this is how I feel. You fucking pissed me off. You disrespected me. I got to let you know right now.
And that's why it sucks when I see like stories or hear stories where someone like stabbed that person in the back because it's in like industry stuff that I see in music. Because like, it's like, damn.
It could have been fixed with a phone call.
Nothing's going to come from putting it on the internet.
That's so weird to me. Why would you make a personal conversation public?
And it'll be something like, we could talk about something that's not even significant enough, but if you feel a way, they went on the internet about it. Now it's on the internet. Now it really can't be resolved because you decided to let the world know about some shit that wasn't even significant enough.
I feel like you're just clout chasing. You're just trying to get people to look at you. It's like, are you even really mad? Or is this just a because I feel nowadays, that's how I feel about all the media. Like you see a lot of these things that are
just gossip.
There's like something will happen and then an album will drop. If you think about it, because like the negative shit always spreads faster than the positive stuff. So it's like, you just attach your name to something negative that's going on. And then, by the way, guys, I have an album dropping in 2 days.
That's the Tekashi formula.
That's the Tekashi formula. But you know what? I think this is my theory, but you recently saw like the Migos were rumored to have broken up. Are they though?
I don't know because Quavo and Takeoff got their own group now.
Right, but like,
but I don't know.
Do you see how fast people were like, they unfollowed them off Twitter?
Yeah, they run with it,
and it's like,
they run with it.
But do you think that like they're probably in the cut? Like, if I unfollow you on Twitter, they're gonna go crazy.
And I feel like at the same time, everybody needs to remember, there's the Migos, but they're actually family.
Yeah, they're all really.
Quavo's their uncle, like cousin, like. Yeah. They gonna work whatever they got going on. That's deeper than what. Just because they're celebrities, everybody's like on the shade room and shit. Like, oh my god, what? They're. You
know what it is? Man. I think the Migos, they kind of hit a dry spot last couple of years. They haven't really dropped anything crazy. And I think I think now the common formula to get your stuff out there is to attach it to a little bit of controversy. So my thing is, it's tough for me to sit there and see these stories coming out and these rumors and be like, is this real or is this a marketing ploy?
With like Lil Baby, that's hard to. When Lil Baby took off way too quick, people didn't expect it.
No.
So now that's the new focus of their label, and the Migos, they were already superstars. So it's like, you should be able to like put out the hits now. You guys have a good system now. Like you can't.
Quality control. They're based out of Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Atlanta's running the game. They've been running the rap game for like the last 10 years.
They're the best ever because of that, in the sense of I'll give Atlanta that number 1, number 2 spot because they do that. How we're talking about. They don't care if this guy will get bigger than you. They'll like Young Thug. It's on Interview. He paid for every Lil Baby session when he was coming up, just so he would stay out of the street. He's like, I'll pay for you to stay in the studio. Like, who the hell would do that for somebody? Like, really think about it. Like, that, in the studio sessions, 10-hour sessions, 12 hours. That's a stack. That's a 1,200, quick 1,300. Like,
yeah.
Once you're putting people in positions like that to win, like a gun, like, It's crazy. Atlanta's the only one that does that shit. They don't care if you get bigger than them. They're going to put you on.
Because I feel like they have that bond of like all being in Atlanta and being Atlanta based. And I feel like it all comes back around.
Coming from like, I feel like for them, coming from this, they probably come from similar struggles where they got to get it in certain ways. Like that's enough for you to want to put the next man on, because you don't want to see him keep drowning in what you could have drowned in, you know?
That's interesting. I'll drop a bomb for you.
Yeah, that's the
And,
right there.
and Atlanta.
He on a vibe.
We'll have a little business meeting after the episode. Don't worry. So I forgot to ask you about performing. Like, have you performed at any of your music at all? Or like, do you have any tours planned up? Like where's the shows at, man? And I need an invite.
Yes, for sure. I performed like once or twice during this run. I haven't done too much shows, which is the other thing for this fall coming up. I've talked to some people that are doing some showcases, so hopefully that works out.
So
and
hear me out, right?
You gotta roll with me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, hear me out. So we got the show RealBoy Radio. It's
Yes,
it literally attracts the artists.
RBR.
Right. RBR.
I'm just playing.
Enough people, I think about it like this. I build enough relationships with like 20, 30 people. We have a collective of like 30 artists. We
Yes,
throw a
sir.
fucking big ass show.
Everybody promotes,
Everybody promotes.
but nobody wants to do that.
But I will do it.
I know you
Because
will.
I'm a get shit done kind of guy.
Yeah, I
like
know you will.
I just need to find the people that are like, I will perform, confirm it, and I'll take care of the rest of the shit.
Yeah,
I have
promote that
connections
shit.
and
Let's make it happen.
I have the time, and I'm just fucking borderline obsessed and crazy with this shit. I'll get it done.
I'm with it.
So that's my vision. I'd love to have you on. Eventually, this will probably be like a 6-month project, just because I got to build the RealBoy catalog up a little bit. That's just the reality of the situation. But once I get like 20, 30 artists, I want to put on a big ass show.
And as an up and coming artist, like that's shit that I appreciate, and as everybody other artists should appreciate when people are creating platforms for you to perform your stuff. Because at the end of the day, we're all trying to come up. We don't got millions of fans,
Right.
So if it's someone giving you the opportunity, I say this all the time: if someone's giving you an opportunity, if you don't respect it, that's on you.
Yeah.
Take it. Run
That's
with it.
definitely a goal. We're gonna make that happen. We're gonna make that happen for sure. But yeah, man. So we're about an hour in, bro. It's been a fucking pleasure talking to you, bro.
Yes,
Is there
sir.
anything you want to like? If you want to plug any of your social medias or anything that you got going on, you can look into that camera right there and say it.
sir.
But I'll also put it on the screen too.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, EnocGX, same on Twitter. That's probably the best ways to keep up
Okay.
with me. I'm about to launch my own like site, so that'll be another way
Fire.
for people to like keep up with me on like a different level.
Okay. Let me know when you get that done, bro, because
yes,
I can
sir.
always edit the video and throw that link in the bio.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So they can find that right off the video.
And all the new music coming through June and July. So
Nice.
gonna be-
When can we
it's gonna be a busy
expect the newest release from Enoc? When's give me a
hopefully
date?
like 3 weeks from now.
Okay.
A little single with a video.
Shit, bro. If you ever need an opinion on your shit, send it through, bro. I'll give you an honest breakdown.
Let's get it.
You know, I need shit to mix, anyways, man.
Yes,
But hey, this has been a great episode, bro. I'm really happy that you came by. Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it.
You and your boy. I appreciate you both coming by and helping out, man. Thank you so much. It's fucking, and of course the horns again. And my producer in the back keeping me on the boards, man. It's RealBoy Radio, Reagan the Realist. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram.
Sir,
You know where to find us, man. And stay tuned. We'll see you when you see it. You know.
make it happen.
And I'm obsessed, yeah, with whips and cribs, and you know that I ride low key. I can't clear no rumors up, you know that they don't know me. I don't mix and gossip, all that shit is too below me. Cause if we find them niggas talking, you know that we